Hello everybody and welcome back. We have AEW Double or Nothing to review. This was a crazy and great event. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We kicked off the show with a absolutely insane tag match. FTR versus Christian Cage and Adam Copeland. And I did do predictions for this as well. Did predict Christian Cage and Adam Copeland to win the tag titles. Really happy that they've got the tag titles now. I cannot wait to see what they do with this title reign. And then we had Konosuke Takeshita versus Kazuchika Okada. And Takeshita takes the win. And after the match, Kyle Fletcher comes back. Really excited to see him back. And then he turns on Takeshita. I couldn't believe that. And so he is Takeshita. From that, we would all assume, I would think, that he's been kicked out of the Don Callis family. So the Don Callis family has one less member now. Then we had Mina Shirakawa versus Athena in the Women's Owen Hart Cup tournament. And Athena would take the win in a pretty good match. Kyle O'Reilly versus Jon Moxley for the AEW Continental Championship. And Kyle O'Reilly earned his shot for that title after going the full 20 minutes on Dynamite last Wednesday. Kyle O'Reilly was not at full strength, and Jon Moxley certainly took advantage of that in this match, and Moxley walked away with the win. Then we had Ospreay versus Samoa Joe in the Men's Owen Hart Cup tournament. And this match was pretty interesting because you had Samoa Joe, pretty big guy, Ospreay, high flyer. He's going to be moving around a lot. And I think the other interesting factor of this match was that Ospreay is pretty much in the Death Riders now, and Samoa Joe wants Ospreay for the Ops. So that was pretty interesting, but Will Ospreay comes away with the win. And then Bandito versus Swerve Strickland in the Owen Hart tournament. Most Wanted versus Most Dangerous. Really liked Swerve's ring gear. It was a tribute to Michael Jackson. So that was pretty cool. We've had 2 Michael Jackson ring gear tributes this weekend and on Saturday night's main event as well. But Swerve has been attacking Bandito for weeks on end, and Swerve proves himself in this match that he can beat Bandito and takes the win. And then we had Thekla versus Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, and Hikaru Shida. I did think there was going to be a title change in this match. I thought Jamie Hayter would potentially come away with the win, but Thekla retains in a chaotic match. And then we had Stadium Stampede, Chris Jericho, the Young Bucks, the Hurt Business, and Jack Perry. We had Kenny Omega come out there as well. We had a lot of surprise appearances in this match. They were against Ricochet, The Demand, Mark Davis, and Andrade. And, I'm trying to remember. Oh, the Dogs as well. Chaotic match as Stadium Stampedes are. Kind of wish they could have went more of the Stadium Stampede way, the way it was in Jacksonville when the first one happened. It was in the Jacksonville Jaguars stadium, but still pretty good for the match stipulation, and Chris Jericho's group comes away with the win. And then our main event, the big match, after Darby Allin had won the title for MJF was not going to sit down and he wanted a rematch. and he's gotten it, but his hair is on the line. And great match. But MJF keeps his hair in the end and wins the world title back. 3x30, as he says. Not exactly too hype about this because MJF literally just had the title almost a month ago. So, I mean, we gave the title to Darby, had him do Darby Allin things, which were absolutely insane and great to watch on every Dynamite and Collision. Just wish the title reign could have been longer and we weren't back to a repeat champion in MJF. Kind of, what I said after this match, he's kind of the Cody Rhodes of AEW now in aspects of the world title. Obviously, MJF has way more charisma and in-ring talking than Cody Rhodes. More interesting, if you ask me. But just from the aspects of the world title, 3 times in, what was it? 2 years for both of them, actually. So, yeah. Not too happy about that title change. And then the big shock. Kevin Knight, before this, Darby Allin's friend, and Darby's getting taken out on the stretcher, but Kevin Knight, standing on the top rope, does a frog splash / elbow drop. It was kind of strange looking onto a stretcher, but off the top rope, right onto the stretcher. That stretcher does not move at all, and he just flips over the stretcher. MJF is absolutely shocked, and Kevin Knight is heel now, so as TNT champion still as well. And still in a team with Speedball and Mike Bailey, so that's going to be interesting to see what happens between them on Dynamite. I would figure we get MJF involved with him on Dynamite as well, but going to be a really interesting episode this Wednesday. But that was all for this AEW Double or Nothing event. Once again, AEW puts on a top tier pay-per-view. Great show.